Alright, based off of the footage you just saw, you already know that today we're talking drones, and we're going to be talking about DJI's newest, smallest, arguably most impressive drone yet, the DJI Mini 2. So I spent the last couple of weeks with the Mini 2 flying it through different landscapes, testing out different features and kind of really putting it through its paces. So today I thought we would go over some of the updates and new features on this drone compared to the previous model, some of my own personal experiences and opinions, and whether or not I think it's worth the money upgrading or purchasing this as a first time new drone if you're a beginner. Before we jump into today's video, if you're new around here, my name is Gab. I make videos all about photography and filmmaking, so if that's something that you're into, consider hitting the subscribe button. And without further ado, let's go ahead and unbox the Mini 2 together. This is actually a Sardinian knife. My dad's family are all from Sardinia, which is a little island off the coast of Italy. And these are knives that you get over there. I got it when I visited in 2014. Pretty much the only excuse I have to actually own a knife, so I may as well put it to good use. And there it is. This is the whole package. I don't know if you can see how small that is, but that is tiny. It feels lighter than the original Mavic Mini. It's super light. I love the design, very clean. Let's see what else comes in the box. Got all your paperwork, instruction manuals and stuff like that. Cables, extra propellers, USB-C cables, which you can never have enough of, and little adapters depending on whether you use Android or iPhone. At the very bottom, we've got the remote. This is the same remote as the Mavic Air 2, I believe. One of the things that I love about this new remote style from DJI is the fact that it loads in from the top here, and then your USB-C cable or whatever phone you have just locks and clips into the bottom there so that it's nicely tucked away. It's very neat, very organized, very OCD. The good thing about this style of remote is it doesn't matter how big your phone is or how big your display is, it's gonna fit in there pretty easily. I use the Note 20 Ultra, which is probably one of the biggest phones on the market right now, if not the biggest, and I've had no trouble just sliding it in the top here. Pretty easy, pretty simple, and you're ready to fly pretty much. This is pretty much the package here. It comes with one battery, one remote, all the cables and chargers that you need, and that is pretty much your whole kit right there. That will fit in any camera bag, I guarantee it. All you need to do to charge it really is plug the back of the drone here in via USB-C, and it will charge the battery that's in the drone. And similarly with the remote. So you just need one cable, one power source, and it's gonna charge your entire setup. Pretty small, pretty convenient, pretty awesome. Now I gotta say, I love this new design from DJI, and probably one of the things that I love the most is the fact that the battery is not exposed. So you've got this little back compartment here that you just open up, and then your battery pops right out of there. And these are the little batteries that you get. It makes it a lot easier to fly, and I just feel like it simplifies the design a lot. Now, one of the other things that I love about this is it's got a little USB-C port at the back, and it's also got your micro SD insert at the back as well. It's literally right there, so even if your drone's locked up and packed away, you can just pull it out, tap it, and then your micro SD card comes straight out. So that's super convenient. Also got the Fly More combo, which is what I would definitely recommend getting if you are in the market for a new drone. Always get the Fly More combo because it comes with extra batteries, extra propellers, and it just kind of covers you on all angles. So inside this guy right here, it's just a little bit bigger. We've got a nice little carry bag. This drone is actually the one that we've been flying around for the last couple of weeks. And then as well as that, in the Fly More combo, you get this guy right here, which I'm a massive fan of. So this is the new battery pack for the Mini 2, and it stacks 3 batteries in there. All you gotta do is plug it in by USB-C, and it will charge them up one by one. The lights will light up and you're ready to go. So you can charge this in the car, you can charge it at any wall socket. You don't need like a big charging setup. All you need is one cable, this little guy, and you're good to go. With the Fly More pack, you're gonna get a total of 3 batteries, which I think is perfect if you're looking to get any drone that's gonna give you ideally like an hour and a half of flying time. The other great thing about this battery pack as well is, as well as having an in socket, it has an out socket. So if you want to actually charge your phone or even the remote control, you can plug another USB cable into here and actually use this as your power source to charge whatever it is you need to charge, your phone, your remote, whatever it is. Technology is moving fast and this is super impressive. I gotta say, from flying it, I'm super impressed with the results, and they're even more impressive given the size of this thing and how it stacks up against the other drones. Just to give you an example and a size comparison, this is my Mavic 2 Pro, which I haven't held for a couple of weeks, and this thing just feels bulky and huge compared to this thing. Look at the difference in size. That's pretty incredible. And the fact that they both shoot 4K, obviously the quality of this is much superior to this, but you're also paying for quality with this one, and this is a basic entry-level drone. And I think in comparison, this does really well when stacked up against a drone like this. Just in terms of quality, you've still got 4K. I think if you're not a professional and you don't need this, this is gonna be your go-to guy, but that size comparison is hilarious. Now, just because it's small, doesn't necessarily mean that it's not impressive and it's not a good drone. I was actually really impressed with the quality and some of the features that are packed into this little guy right here. So that being said, let's go over some of the specs of the Mini 2. Now, the biggest and most obvious improvement from this model to the previous model, and probably the thing that is gonna set this apart for a lot of other people out there, is the quality and the improvement in resolution. So the Mini 2 now shoots 4K at up to 30 frames a second, as opposed to the original model of the Mini, which shot 2.7K at 30 frames per second. I have noticed it's a little bit softer than my Mavic 2 Pro, but I mean, that's to be expected because that's a pro level drone and this is a very basic entry level drone. And I think when you consider that that's what this drone is, the quality is outstanding and super impressive for such a small camera. Now, the max flight time is 1 minute extra to the Mavic Mini. The Mavic Mini was 30 minutes, the Mini 2 is 31 minutes. So, I mean, I personally haven't tested it out yet and I don't really see the difference in 1 minute, but either way, half an hour is a good flight time, pretty standard across the board, and you're gonna be able to make full use out of this, especially considering how small the batteries are. It's pretty impressive. Now, this is something that I was really impressed with when I first went out to test it, and that was the wind resistance. Holding a drone like this in my hand, it's tiny and it's super light and it feels not flimsy, but it doesn't feel durable. I went out and flew this thing in pretty moderate wind conditions. I'd say moderate to high. There was actually a high wind warning at the time and it did really well. So DJI is saying that this has a wind resistance rating of 5, which is the same as the Mavic Pro and the Mavic Air 2. And it's one higher rating than the previous model. So they've technically made it a little bit more wind resistant, and I would definitely say that that is the case from my own personal experience flying this thing. Another really awesome feature of this drone is that it contains a lot of DJI's quick shot modes and different flying modes. So it includes things like the droney, the helix, the rocket, the panorama, the circle, all those really cool quick shot features that the other models have, the Mini 2 now has, and it makes it a lot easier to fly and a lot easier to get really cool, smooth movements with your drone, depending on what you want to capture. Most notably for me is the change in the video transmission system on this drone. Mini 2 actually uses OcuSync 2, which is the same video transmission that the Mavic Air and the Mavic 2 Pro. So the original Mavic Mini used an enhanced Wi-Fi system, which for me, the transmission would always just cut out. It'd be really laggy, really static, and it just wasn't a pleasant flying experience. As opposed to this guy here, which uses OcuSync 2, it's got a maximum range, DJI say, of 10,000 meters, which is 10 kilometers basically. I haven't pushed it that far personally, but I have flown out a few kilometers and the transmission has been excellent. I have had no problems. I want the security of knowing exactly where my drone is and seeing exactly what's happening in real time without having to lose signal and then losing it in the sky and then not knowing where it is and something bad happens basically. So while there's been a massive improvement to the video quality on this drone, the stills quality is still the same. It still shoots 12 megapixel stills, which if you're just posting it on social media, sharing it on your Instagram stories, and all that sort of stuff, 12 megapixels is all you need, and the quality is still really sharp and really crisp. So do I think this drone is worth purchasing if you're a beginner and you're someone that's always wanted to learn how to fly a drone but has been too scared to kind of make that step forward? In my opinion, definitely yes. This is probably one of the most impressive new releases that I've seen from DJI recently, and that ultimately just comes down to the size and portability and just all of the technology that they've packed into this little drone right here. The increase in video quality up to 4K and the massively improved video transmission makes this a no-brainer for any beginner or even any pro that's looking to just add another drone to their kit. I mean, you could fit 2 or 3 of these in your camera bag with no problem. All in all, I'm super impressed with the quality of this drone. I will be releasing a little cinematic montage that I put together over the last couple of weeks up on the channel in the next day or so keep an eye out for that. And yeah, with all that said and done, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed your little insight into the future of drones with the Mini 2 today. If you did enjoy this video, hit the like button down below, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you in the next video.